memory card and sit your booter down.
What?
Reach in there, pull out a record, see what you get.
I just sat down.
Get up. Get up on the dance floor. Get in there while you have some fun. Why are you going around?
Because I don't get it through
Put
there.
your leg on the damn... You're not going to be able to fit through there either, you fat fuck.
Yeah, I am.
What is it? Nah, you already took too long. Just come back and sit down. If only you were in frame for that to be so great. That look was fantastic. So thanks. Oh, I got my hot sauce out. My baggie of cocaine. What the hell was this baggie for?
Weed.
No.
Cocaine?
You would think. With Vegas,
and input?
I don't know. Must have been, I don't know, one of my son's stores. Anyway. So, Frank, who are we? What do we do?
We are the Complete Inappropriate Podcast, and we speak fucking stupid shit on
Frivolity.
on the podcast.
Who are you? Who am I? Who are we? We are
the Completely
the
Inappropriate
Inappropriate
Podcast.
Podcast. I am Tony, along with Mr.
Frank.
Hello. And this is the smooth jazz sounds of KWX 95.2. The Valley's home for jazz radio and where you love to be. Why don't you come and listen to the dulcet tones of Tony G and Frankie T. We are here just giving you the sounds that make your heart pound. We give you the grooves and make your feet move. What do you want to do, Mr. Frank? You want to come in like a tank and fire away. Tell the people why we're here, where they can find us.
You can find us under Complete Inappropriate Podcasts in the Facebooks and the YouTubes. You can find us on Instagram under CI
That's
Podcast.
fucking shit. Ah! Alright.
And the Twitterverse under
Twitterverse.
CI Podcast. You can
Find us.
You can email us with your questions, comments, concerns at completeinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to find us in the BitChute, throw in some underscores here and there.
Yeah,
You'll
bitch
find
you.
us.
Bitch you. Bitch. You. Bitch you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they should pay us for that.
Okay.
Yep, we're gonna make money. Anyway,
Cool.
what up, Frank?
Hello.
What are we doing?
We are talking
About
about things. on
Corona
the
again?
internet.
I
No.
hope not, because I was already 2 episodes
No.
in with Corona.
Okay, the thing at the top of my list, it's at the top because this just happened yesterday, Friday.
You found a better wig. Because that was not working for you, let me tell you.
You know, people swear my hair is a wig. And
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
you
"Oh,
don't
it's
do
not."
anything with it. It's like you just threw it on top of your head and left it there.
I look
Have
a
you
lot
heard
worse
of a
when I woke
brush?
up in the morning.
Have you heard of a brush?
Yes.
Would
I
you like a
have.
hat? Would a hat make
No, fats,
Please.
hats don't close because of how thick my hair
I
is.
don't believe you. On the whitest setting, it should close.
It doesn't.
You are a
It
liar.
doesn't stay on.
Dude, you've got to lose weight. Your head is so fat
No,
you can't wear
it's
a
the
hat.
thickness of my
I
hair.
don't know. You should be able to have hair
No,
on top
when I have
of your
short
head
hair,
and
I can
stuff.
wear hats.
You should be able to wear a hat with hair, dude.
When I have
You
short
should be
hair, I
able
can
to wear a hat.
hats.
Never name one fat old guy with a lot. Oh well, they're bald on top usually though. Their long hair just comes from the ring around. Like the Beach Boys. Call back to last episode. So what's on the top of your little?
On the top of my list, because this happened fucking yesterday, Friday.
What happened? I don't remember anything happening.
Yeah, Rosario Dawson was announced as
Beautiful woman.
being cast as Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano, a character from Star Wars and Clone Wars.
What? Who's that? I don't know what you're talking
She's
about. Never seen the Clone Wars.
Anakin Skywalker's Padawan.
Anakin? Oh, the Padawan with
Yeah.
she was the orange one with the blue
Yeah.
rings on her
Mhm.
orange skin in places, like
Yeah.
blue markings, and she had
That
the
one.
tentacle hairs.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
That
So I have a vivid image of her apparently. So
Yeah,
was she gonna
and
have,
she was
or is she
a-
just gonna be a black chick?
She's a fan casting. Fucking
What's fan casting?
that fucking fans were on the internet fucking posting the images of her as Ahsoka Tano, drawing
good?
her and everything. I don't know. I'm really not too happy about fucking. Well, I can't say not too happy because I fucking am immune to fucking Disney, like I don't feel anything. I have no opinion, but in this case, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Asa Gonzalez would have been a physical match for what's her name? Ahsoka Tano.
Who?
Asa Gonzalez.
Asa Gonzalez. Where's she from?
From Mexico, somewhere in Mexico.
¡Viva la Mexicana! Pero de donde vive? Where did we see her? What movie?
And
that was
Fast
always
and Furious.
Spanish.
Actually, yeah, Fast and Furious. Hobbs and
You're
Shaw.
Fast and Furious.
And she's in the new Godzilla vs. King Kong.
Godzilla.
And she's in Bloodshot, that came out for one weekend and then it got fucking canceled because coronavirus.
Did you watch any of those movies? High five if you did.
But what happened? Yeah. So the reason why this is being spoke about is because at the same time a story surfaced of her and her family being abusive towards a transgender person.
How was she abusive? What do you mean, her and her family? So it was like what did they just
because
find somebody in a dark alley and just beat him with a pipe wrench?
This person worked for the Dawson family. He was a handyman, I guess. But the relationship grew and they ended up finding him a place close by and they paid rent for him, which was fucking, that's kind of them. And
sounds terrible so far. But okay, so where does it turn sour?
So then this guy decided.
When does the milk go bad?
Decided to come out to them as trans.
So what, they didn't know that were they in I don't want to say in character, were they in the alternative persona or the real persona?
It sounds like they met him as a man.
Met him as a man.
So there's no reason for him to say I'm trans, which is why I'm having a hard time buying this. But that apparently ever since then they have been verbally abusive, blah blah blah, and it came to a point to where Rosario's mother ended up fucking putting him on the ground and fucking getting on top of him, punching him in the face repeatedly, and Rosario was on top of him also, telling him, "You're a grown-ass woman." And I'm like,
what?
Yeah, and I'm like, if they met him as a man, there is no reason for them.
So was the person born a woman and just transitioned
to a man and then got the job with the fucking Dawson family?
I find this very hard to believe. I mean, just knowing that you're in the public eye, and how explosive an issue it is, that's a rather extreme circumstance to find yourself in. And the guy is saying
that he has video of them being abusive, and
well, show it.
And I'm like, okay, well,
put your name on it.
So did what's her name? Is it Amber Rose, the chick from Austin with the Johnny Depp's fucking?
No, Amber Rose is the one that shaved her head and got the tattoos of her kids' names.
Amber something.
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. There you go. Amber Heard had videos of Johnny Depp being drunk and verbally abusive.
Yeah, but didn't she also admit that she had beat herself or something?
Yeah, that Johnny Depp caught her on fucking, he recorded her on audio, fucking admitting to all that, saying, "No one is gonna believe you.
No one will believe
you." So, you know, I'm like, well, let's see this video evidence first.
Yeah, no shit.
And so, yeah, I was talking to this one chick on my personal fucking Instagram, and I'm like, yeah, what do you think? Because she was like, oh, I take it that fucking people aren't too happy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, because she's a fucking, she abuses fucking transgendered people. And I'm like, I find that hard to believe because she's a liberal activist.
So who came out about Rosario and her family being abusive? Was it the transvestite? Okay. And who's backing this? Who's corroborating this story?
Their lawyers, I guess.
So so at this point it's just a he said she said because they haven't actually produced any of the video evidence.
Yeah, the guy's saying I have video evidence, but nothing surfaced.
Man, I mean, if it's true, that's fucking psychotic of the Dawsons.
Yeah, he's probably looking to settle. It's like, you know how explosive this can get because I'm LGBTQIA. You know, you.
Yeah, he could just be like saying like, well, I can milk you through your lawyer. Like, I'll make it expensive for you and your lawyers, and you'll still have to settle out of court with me or something. They're trying to get it done. Because you can get away with that. None of it could be true, and you end up walking away with a settlement out of court just because you caused them trouble.
Case.
Whose case?
Some asshole.
What asshole?
But
please explain to us,
like,
Frank, the rest of the story.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that
What,
after they pay your fucking rent?
I don't know. Why would you?
That's very ungrateful.
I don't know, man. Maybe they were kicking him out, and it was their last ditch effort. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like, I mean, I'm not taking one side or the other. I'm not taking one side or the other. But if you I mean, assuming that it's not true and they're lying about it, there's a lot of reasons a person. If you're the type of person to lie about something like that, you're of a certain ilk that may cause people to treat you in a way that too much to unpack there.
Yeah.
All right, so that's some current event news for right now. What else do you got on that little think pad?
Well, staying in the fucking entertainment,
keeping the pocket
thing. That the
we never do current event kind of entertainment news. Let's see what
the Mulan remake.
Mulan, I like Mulan. That was a great movie. Those songs are some of my favorite Disney songs ever.
Yeah, is apparently too white.
I'm biting my tongue trying not to sing them right now.
But yeah, looking at first, these people were all fucking happy
all the force
that
great time.
It's a Chinese movie with an Asian cast. Yeah. They're like, great.
Everybody's Asian.
And then they found out that the director's a woman, and they're like, even better.
Good.
But then they found out
she's a white woman.
She's a white woman, and they're like,
oh,
what the fuck?
Oh, no.
And then the producers are fucking white people, and they're like, well, what the fuck?
Oh, too much whitewashing. But whose story is it? Who are the writers? Are the writers all white too? Like, that would be the deciding factor for me. Like, if the story is another, like, Last Samurai with Tom Cruise, and there's, like, a white person savior as the fucking, you know.
Well, it's all Asians.
Okay, but so was like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but at least I think the producers of that were actually Asian.
Yeah,
That's what I'm wondering. Like,
I can't recall.
It does make it a little odd, but it depends on who's influencing the decisions on. You know,
just look it up on IMDb, see if the.
Yeah, let's do that. Because I love all fucking. The problem is all Asian movies are always like karate based. Don't we understand how racist that is in itself? Like, I understand it's
part of its culture.
It's of course, but so is like shopping at a mall for Americans. Not every movie is about going to a mall, you know.
Well, there's mall rats.
I know. One of my favorite movies of all fucking time. Why do you think Kevin Smith fucking launched out of fucking Clerks so hard with Mallrats, man? It's like, he did it right. He found the culture of America. We were all about fucking convenience stores and malls. He fucking nailed it on the head. That was our fucking generation growing up. We didn't have a war. We had grocery stores and fucking Tickle Me Elmo fights at fucking Black Friday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's Walmart for you. Like, that's what we did. That's what we do. It's what we were raised doing, you know?
Yeah, so then the writers of this remake are 3 white women and 1 white guy. Or it could be Asian. It's Rick Jaffa. Or Hoffa.
Hoffa?
I don't know.
Without a picture, who could tell, right?
Yeah. But it's 3 women. White women.
Well, you know, what can you do, man? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it matters. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're brown people. I think we have a right to say. I mean, we're men, so we're skewed probably a little more towards the.
The director was saying that she.
And we're speaking
had
English, so there goes some of our credibility.
You know, people fucking.
Asian consultants
that were Asian, that are very familiar with their culture.
Yeah, I ordered Chinese every time I was working on the script. The guy showed up. We chit chat for about 5 minutes. I got a good idea of where I was at. No. You don't think that's how it went down?
No.
Oh.
No, so then, yeah, she was saying that this is going to be as accurate as possible because they tried real hard having fucking Asian consultants who were, because this story, This story is pretty fucking old, according to an Asian YouTuber that I fucking am not subscribed to, but I watch her videos.
Who's that? You? Why do you follow someone Asian?
I
I thought you weren't in Asians.
I'm not.
I thought you were like anti-Asian.
No, I'm not.
I thought you were like coronavirus proves my theory. All Asians are evil.
No.
Didn't you say like put them all in internment camps?
No, I didn't.
Gas the Japs or something?
No.
Damn, we gotta fucking bleep that one out. Shit. Sorry. Definitely bleep that one out of the video.
Yeah, it's a call to
all three of those words.
Yeah.
Da da da. Oh, da da da. Yeah, three. Yeah.
I'm gonna cut the entire fucking section out because
Alright.
I never said those things.
I say things that I shouldn't say. Oh, so inappropriate. So Frank, what are we talking about now?
What the fucking Mulan thing? Now it's a very fucking.
What do you feel? Do you really think that? Yeah, it is an old story. That's for sure.
That fucking this goes past our grandparents' fucking generation, so it's gonna be kind of hard to find somebody who's very very familiar with the story. It's only fucking, it's an oral history.
I believe they do it on the Myths podcast. What is it?
I don't know.
Womp womp. Anyway, so what do you think about this whole Mulan race? Should they recast the director, or not recast? I mean, the writers are the writers, right?
Yeah.
You can't really do anything about that, but you could have a what is it called? Not the screen director.
The screenwriter.
The screenwriter, right? Like where they transcribe it to
the screenplay into fucking movie play, I guess.
Whatever, I don't care.
Right.
This podcast is falling apart.
No,
Mulan does not strike my fancy.
My
What else you
opinion is that fucking they're segregating themselves, talking about how it's an Asian movie, so it should be.
Oh yeah, it needs to be
all Asians all the time.
Well, I mean, it was the same thing with black culture. Like you don't argue it, you make it yourself. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Back when like we just saw it in that Netflix movie with Eddie Murphy. What is it?
I don't know. Who was in Mulan, by the way?
No, but he plays a black comedian.
As opposed to a white comedian?
Yes. He does. Yes, he plays a black comedian.
Black.
And then he ha.
So a comedian.
Yeah, okay. So but my point is, it's heavily influenced that everybody in the movie is black, and it's about a comedian who becomes a movie director. He directs his own movie and then sells it himself. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's all about. Is like you want representation. You write the movie. You get it funded. You have a say in it yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't keep. I'm so sick of people protesting. Like, it's one thing to protest that Sonic's teeth look real fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that should be redone. And I think, to be honest, I agreed. It looked terrible.
Yeah.
The first rendering that I saw of Sonic looked fucking terrible.
Yeah.
The one that ended up coming out looked legit. Like, I'm kind of upset that I didn't go see it. I haven't gotten to see it yet, but when it comes to like racism in movies and directing, like fucking dude, like get a movie funded. Like Kevin Smith hires all he hears. This is the take a shot for Kevin Smith references, because every time he makes a movie, people bitch about, he's got his wife in it, he's got his kid in it, he's got his same friends in it. Like, yeah, motherfucker, that's how he started his career, was doing this shit so he could spend time doing what he loved with his friends. Mm-hmm. And he continued to fucking do it, and he's getting hate for it because you know what's happened every time. Last time what did he make, that fucking
Yoga Hosers?
No, Yoga Hosers is fucking funny. That was such a teeny bopper movie. I loved it. If I was like a preteen, like right around that age to enjoy those Nickelodeon type movies, I would have fucking loved that shit. And you know what? I loved it anyway. Fuck off. Wunderbar! I love that fucking movie. Kevin Smith's got my heart, man. I fucking love all those fucking movies. Shout out, dude. We gotta tag him.
Okay.
He's the reason I do this podcast, man. Not really. There's there's several podcasts, but I'm not gonna go on a rant on those. So Frank,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we talking about?
Okay, so then the other thing is, well, shit. I mean, that's it, really. Oh, you want to bring up the fucking boys?
The boys
Thing?
are back in town. The boys are back in town.
Yeah,
No,
the boys.
what are you talking about?
That there was a
I never saw.
character-
See, I stopped
Yes,
watching.
you did.
But I only
You
saw
here.
like the first like 2 episodes or something. I never saw it after
okay.
that.
Well,
I never kept
got
Amazon
better.
Prime. You're talking about this Amazon Prime
Yeah,
show
yeah.
where superheroes are kind of super dicks,
Yeah.
like, or super cunts, or if you want equality, or super flat folds and slices. I don't know. Super assholes. There you go. Everybody's got an asshole. Everybody's got an asshole. They're super assholes.
Yeah, but what happened? Yeah, there's a character in the comics.
See, that's why everyone should have anal sex for equality.
Okay.
Everybody's got one. Alright, sorry.
Okay.
I digress.
Um,
You agree, but I digress.
I'm thinking of getting your wife a strap-on for her birthday, which passed.
Don't
next
ever
year.
talk about getting my wife a sex toy again.
No,
Ever.
it's gonna be for
Frank,
you.
You shut the fuck up. You can get it for me.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
Don't ever talk about getting my wife a sex toy. That is so beyond crossing the line.
Okay, I'll get you one
I
for
will-
our birthday.
I will get one for myself and I will tie you up. And have a fucking good old boy time, if you know what I mean.
Sure do got a pretty mouth.
I'm sure I could find some banjo music up in that record collection right there.
Squeal, piggy! Squeal for me!
Sweet! Sweet! Come on now.
Oh shit! So then, yeah.
We're going to hell.
Yeah, we are. But, different reasons.
Hey
so,
man, so I think you should get that tattoo covered up.
what tattoo?
That one?
Which one? There's 2.
Both of them?
Both of them? Why?
Because they're terrible.
Why?
I don't know. I was just
I
thinking
get
about.
compliments for the
I was
eyes
just-
one.
I was just thinking about getting my. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Well, you gotta remember I have horrible skin. Because, like, the line work was fucking perfect.
Nah, I just.
But then
don't
once
like
it healed, I'm like,
I need some new work,
fuck happened to
man.
line work?
I need new work. We should go. We should plan on a tattoo trip.
Our birthday's on a Monday.
Can't do Monday.
Ah, no, they're closed Mondays and Tuesdays, right?
You can say
Or
we
Sundays
can,
and
we can
Mondays.
go on a Friday.
We could. Or on
The-
Saturday.
the-
I
the
always do
Friday
Saturdays.
before, the Friday before our birthday, June 8th.
I always get my tats on Saturday.
What are we gonna get though? Are we gonna get the podcast logo? What are we gonna get?
You
Or
know,
just-
I have
just
someone in
whatever.
mind.
Are we gonna get something matching or are we gonna get something separate?
Separate, I guess.
I knew you'd say that. No dedication to anything. I like my
No, but
memories.
I'm,
I regret nothing.
telling you, fucking, I've been telling you.
regret everything I do.
I've been telling you
All the time.
for months now
What?
that I have someone in mind to fucking design our logo because I want it all fucking caricature like Jay and Silent Bob, you know?
Yeah, I want my
Yeah.
hair tied back. Like, I don't care if I leave my hair like this at all. I just want this to be my look. I got a great Bitmoji.
Oh, you know what? That should facilitate it. Fucking getting both our Bitmojis together, and then telling this person that I have in mind to
Tweak them.
to make a caricature rendition of them, and then that'll be our logo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like that would be lazy.
No, because it's still her own design. Or whatever, we'll just take a picture together and be like, hey, you look, make a caricature of these. Because I saw her caricature fucking drawings, and I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking great. But anyways, so the boys, they have a character that storms something, right?
Look at that, I just sent
Or
it to you so
something
you can post it on Instagram. Tell me it doesn't look exactly like me, isn't that crazy?
Isn't that the idea of the Bitmoji?
But it looks so fucking much like me, it's creepy.
Uh-huh. My
Like-
Bitmoji looks nothing like me.
I worked real hard to like get like the eyes just right, cause it's all about the eyes, dude. And their facial
Right.
hair kind of like just fills in the gaps.
Yeah.
Like, I only grew my beard out so that I can match my Bitmoji.
Really?
No, you fucktard.
So
No, but I am the guy that changes my Bitmoji every time my hair
I
stops
noticed. I'm like, this fucking guy.
Because I like using them so much, and it feels so
Yeah, I
dishonest when it
noticed that
doesn't look
too.
like me. They're so funny, man. Fuck you people that can't get with the fucking new groove of the world. I had my niece straight up attack me because I was starting to talk a little bit of crap about TikTok. And I wasn't even talking crap about it. I was just saying I'm a little too old to be messing around on TikTok. Like, I feel like that's like a preteen kind of thing where they're all dancing and shaking their bodies in inappropriate ways. It makes me feel gross. I can't watch that shit. So when it comes up, I'm like, no, like I'm not on TikTok, because somebody was asking about the podcast. And so she comes running from there. Do you have TikTok? I was like, no, I feel like I'm a little too old for that. Like, have you ever used TikTok? No, I feel like I'm a little too old for that. Have you ever seen TikTok? They're like, well, I think I've seen it like once or twice. Then you don't have a say in whether it sucks or not. I was like, Jesus Christ! Preteen hormonal rage! Or teenage hormonal rage, I guess. They're, getting old, man.
I don't know, I can get my sister to be in charge of the whole podcast TikTok thing. She's 17.
Tell her to do all of our fucking all of our,
Social media?
Yeah, tell her we can pay her like, what? You want to pay her like $50 a month, something? Where you talk about this off
She's
camera?
gonna ask for more than $50.
Depends on how much she ends up doing and if it's worth a damn.
Yeah,
Tell her she could be an intern for a week. If we see anything good that we like. Tell her if she works for a week for free, we'll talk about the salary.
Okay.
I'll do it, man. I'll put in. I'm all down for the podcast, bro. You know how we do.
Yeah.
With the woo woo.
Yeah, so anyways, this fucking guy...
Me?
No, the
Who's
boys.
fucking your cousin?
No.
I thought you just said she was like 16.
What? My cousin?
Which one?
What? No.
Who's doing it?
Doing what?
The social media?
Oh, me for now, but I was talking about my sister.
Your sister? How old's your sister?
17?
Have I met your sister?
Maybe.
That's terrible. How do you have a 17-year-old sister? Aren't you like 47?
No, I'm 23.
She's 30 years younger than you?
No, I'm 23.
She's 25 years younger than you?
No, I'm 23.
20 years younger than you, gotcha. 21? 21, I think.
So...
I'm confused on how old you actually are, so I'm actually really
good.
confused. But
Let's
I
keep
know
it
it's
going.
somewhere in the where I'm thinking, so... What about her? What, sorry.
So I was talking, we got our listeners in suspense, they're like, what about the boys?
Nobody cares about the boys.
But
everybody wants to know why you're on probation.
Do we have time for me to finish that?
We're not even a quarter.
I gotta recap for those that fucking, because it's been a while.
Alright, break down.
Okay, so to recap, where do I start? Because I also found out some new information this week.
We have an update
about what happened.
What happened now?
Yeah, as an update, I was seeing this girl.
Did you get drug tested?
No.
Ooh, that's weird.
Like when I got arrested? No.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
No, because everyone will say, he's drunk.
Were you?
And no.
Had you drank at all?
The night before, yeah.
Had you not showered?
No, I was miserable.
Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, continue.
Yeah, and then there were fucking empty bottles in my car.
Well,
and they're like, you were drinking and driving. I'm like, no, those were from last night.
Did you take the breathalyzer?
Nope.
Why not?
They didn't give it to me. They just threw me in a fucking cage.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so continue.
Got me naked and threw me in a cage. But anyways.
Sorry, you want to recap on...
Yeah, to recap that
the quick reasons why you spiraled into depression.
I was seeing this girl and she was like, I can't be with you because you live a life of sin. I'm looking for an honest man with an honest job, so I went and got me an honest job, which is Pizza Hut. Then I saw her there, and she was with another guy, and I was like, well, fuck this shit. And I'm like, you know what? Then I'll just fucking stick with this other chick, the new girl. And I did, and then we had a fucking big ass fucking fight. And at that time, there was this guy that I don't know what the fuck I yelled at him because I was drunk. But I remember his face changing, and I was like, I'm gonna go apologize to this kid. I never did, because I found out that he fucking died in his sleep. And I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah, so then...
How quick after this altercation?
This is weeks after it, like...
Months? Within a couple months or
within
something?
a month.
Okay. So this guy you had this weird altercation with, and you wanted to go apologize to him because you think
Yeah,
you had like an
because he
episode
worked at the
where-
bar and he always fucking took care of us.
But you said for like you think that for a moment you kind of like
I may have
envisioned-
insulted him or whatever
What?
because his face changed.
But you're saying that his face changed as if like to you his you had a hallucination where his face actually morphed into the face of someone else, or
No, like he went from a smile to a frown kind of thing.
Oh, so you overread his facial expression, and you
Maybe.
feel like you overreacted to a
Yeah.
facial expression. Yeah, you may have misread.
No, like he
or-
was smiling because he threw me into the other room so I can stay out of trouble. And I yelled at him, and then I saw his face go all fucking mopey. And I'm like, shit, I probably shouldn't have said what I said. I don't know what I said, but I probably shouldn't have
Oh,
said
then,
that.
but so during this, so when you found out that he had passed away, you took like a lot of umbrage upon yourself to feel like.
Yeah, because at the time I was dealing with depression, and that triggers.
Well,
not
do you know
triggered,
what
but-
did he pass away from? Do you know?
He died in his sleep. You said it was called.
I said it was?
something.
Sleep apnea.
Yeah, I think that's what you said.
Yeah, they have trouble breathing in their sleep. Sometimes they just suffocate. Hey man, that's not on you. But at the time,
Yeah.
it felt a lot more personal.
Yeah,
to-
because I was like, you know.
it meant a lot to you
what
to have that opportunity to apologize.
Because I was
for
like,
it
with
and
what
staying
you've
away
been
from
through, you should know more than most that fucking you can go at any minute now, any second, you know, and fucking blah blah blah. And it didn't help that your boy Robbie and your boy Rafiki Harambe,
it. Why my boys?
every time
Fuckers.
we fucking drink, all they want to talk about is fucking combat. To this day, that's all they ever fucking talk about.
Neither one of those pieces of shit like talking to me. Apparently, I don't
So
know.
then they're talking about combat, and we're here fucking texting, calling this girl, fucking trying to get something started again.
Let's get it.
And
Cause
she
you're
was like,
tired.
yeah, and Rob knew what was going on because he overheard, because this chick, I was on the phone, this chick yelled, "No one's trying to fuck me, Frank." And I'm like,
But then they were
yeah, but then they were.
balls deep.
But anyways, so then, where the fuck did we leave off? Okay, well, we had a big fucking argument, and I'm like, I'm gonna go get help so I can win you back, right? So I did. I started going to therapy and I started taking meds, and the doctor said these meds will give you suicidal ideation. But
Right,
it'll take,
that's where we were.
yeah, it'll take 3 to 4 weeks before it actually works. So
So in the midst of the medication altering your self,
yeah.
essentially, you ended up spiraling into a more severe case of depression
It got worse.
with ideations of suicide.
Mhm.
And did you feel like you were going to harm someone else at any point? Was that ever a concern of your own, or was it of your own, or was it just concerns of you harming yourself?
Yeah, it was me harming myself. I was gonna I wanted to die because I wanted this whole PTSD thing, the memories, the flashbacks, I wanted it all to go away. And I'm like, it'll never go away. But then with this girl, the way our relationship was, is that I had told her things that I did on deployment.
She was the one you opened up to.
Yeah, that I hadn't even told my best friend about.
So how was the relationship aside from the opening up? Was it a volatile relationship in general? Like, was it real hot and cold with you two, or was it always pretty steady?
It was pretty steady.
Now, was it just steady for what you expected at the time, or was it actually steady for both parties? Because that matters.
Well, it was one of those, like, back in high school.
You were the
know,
dramatic one in the
No.
relationship, is what I guess that's what I'm asking. Were you the dramatic one
No.
in the relationship, so it was like more comfortable for you and less comfortable for her?
No, not at all.
Vice versa?
It was like back in high school where, you know, these girls would fuck around with me and then be like, "Don't tell anyone." It was kind of those things.
Was she
like,
with someone at the time? or-
No.
She just didn't want it out that like she
Didn't want
did
work
you feel
to
like
find out.
Did you feel like she was ashamed of you?
No. No, it's just this whole fucking. She didn't want people at work to find out, even though it was pretty fucking obvious, you know. And
So do you think, was she fucking around with someone else? Is that what it was?
yeah,
It had to be something, right?
Yeah,
like,
she was.
you don't
she
hide
was,
the fact that you're with someone unless you're doing
she
something
was
nefarious.
sexually active, and
What a fucking homogenized term, you motherfucker.
yeah,
she
she
was
was
around.
sexually active
She was
with multiple
sucking dick.
partners.
It
Is
was
what
a-
I'm saying.
And did you?
And
you,
everyone
you
at
knew
work
that?
wanted to get with her,
Mm.
especially this one manager.
Ah.
But then he saw how her and I were, and his thought was, if I can't have her, no one will. So he tried to get in between the two of us, and he filled her head with, dude, look at the fucking age difference between you and him.
Mhm.
Isn't that creepy? You know he's killed people, right? You know, that sort of shit. And he's like, oh, he's a veteran.
But you haven't.
No comment.
You told me you had, and I'm upset. If we're this, okay, that's fine. It'll be a whole other podcast at some
Yeah.
point. Now the seed is there, though, motherfucker. It's coming back at some point. We'll talk about it. Anyway,
So yeah, this guy.
All right, so let's cut to. We can always revisit. That's the great thing about a podcast. We can always revisit these things, but we are running out of time. So I want to get to the juicy meat of the matter.
Okay.
So long story short, on the preamble, you had a rough time with the chick during
Yeah.
a very turmoil-ridden time.
Yeah.
After you got back from deployment and you were already having all these issues with medication control, not that you were no substance abuse, but you were just having an issue dialing in your medication with your doctors. Then it follows up with a friend passing away or somebody that you felt you owed an apology to. That compounds with these troubles you're having in your own relationship due to this fucking asshole. So that's the summation of the lead up. Then we get to cut to this day.
Yeah, we stopped, or she stopped talking to me for a while, and I was like, you know what?
She ghosted you.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna come clean. Like when I see her, I'm gonna be like, hey, fucking, let's give it a shot, at being official, and then fucking, if it doesn't pan out, then we'll both shake hands and go our separate ways. And
But she had already made it kind of clear that she didn't want to be official.
Yeah.
But at that
So
time,
then-
you couldn't see that. There was
Yeah.
Hindsight.
Because I was fucking, what was it gonna do with all these feelings,
Yeah.
And it wasn't just
hard.
those feelings, it was all these other fucking negative feelings. And so then she showed up at work one night, it was her day off, she was with her cousins like always. And then I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking talk to her. Well, because I had seen her and I'm like, hey, can I talk to you? And she smiled, right? She was holding her laugh and she's like, no. And I'm like, please? She's like, no. I'm like, okay. So I went about the fucking night.
God
right?
damn, I've been there,
And
dude. Hey, don't think that that's anything to do with you. They're just some girls that,
Yeah.
like, when they decide it's over, they all of a sudden, like, oh, the best way to deal with this is to treat you like you're just nothing to me at all. Like, not even a human. Like, where it's, no, I'm not going to talk to you. You're not even worth looking at. I didn't even get that roll of the eye. They barely even look at you. They're, like, looking over your shoulder when they're saying anything. Those two words that they do say. Like, it don't. So I feel you, man, and I know how, like, that's one thing that people need to understand is that everybody doesn't have to go through that, but everybody at some point tends to go through that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so then the cashier comes to the back and she's like, hey, she wants to talk to you. And I'm like,
what?
And I'm like, fuck no. Like, I'm over here fucking trying to fucking talk to her. And then suddenly when she wants to talk, I'm supposed to just fucking
Drop your panties and bend over?
Yeah. And her and the cook were like, just go, fucking get it over with already. And I'm like, fine. And then I show up and I'm like, somebody better be dying. And she's like, Frank. And I'm like, look, fucking, I'm trying to tell her what I fucking want to tell her. And she's trying to tell me what she's trying to tell me.
What did you want to tell her?
That I'm like, hey, let's fucking try and be official.
Okay, and what did she,
I don't know what
she
the fuck she was trying to tell me.
Well, you didn't.
But then she fucking yelled out, she's like, Frank, I don't even fucking like you.
Oh.
I was using you. And I'm like, I quit. So then.
Well, yeah, you should. That's what
No. I quit my job. I just fucking walked out.
Okay, is that where you were at the time?
Because
I
like,
thought you were at her job.
Yeah, no, we worked together.
Oh, I didn't know that. At the
You
Pizza
did.
Hut.
I just didn't recap it.
At the Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fuck off,
So
dude.
then-
I knew that you
so
started
then-
working there because of her. I didn't know that you started working there
because
because
of
she
this
worked
other
there.
chick, and then this girl that fucking was using me. She was the new girl at the time.
Oh, the one. Okay, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
Okay, so you had just gotten out of one bad relationship and went into one where you were just being used.
Yeah, and
So that's a lot of compounding pain, man. That's a
Yeah.
lot of compounding pain.
yeah, and so then I walk out, and one of the managers, the manager of the night, kept fucking calling, and I'm like, nope. So then I called up.
They just wanted you to show up.
Yeah, they wanted me back, and I'm like, nope, because I was already fucking bored with that job.
And the
I was moving
manager
on.
was part of this whole like discussing
Yeah,
this at work.
the
Fuck
guy that
you,
kept calling
manager.
me
You
was a
should have
different
fucking
manager.
sued the Pizza Hut. You could have.
Well,
You definitely could have gone after the manager at Pizza
no.
Hut.
No, because, and I'm gonna get to it. So, fucking, I'm driving off, and I remember her guy cousin was calling me, wanted to hang out after work, go get some drinks. So I call him up, and I'm like, hey man, I just quit. And he's like, okay, cool. I'm like, so, you want me to pick you up, and then we'll go fucking,
Fuck around?
Yeah, we'll get fucked up. And he's like, yeah. So I go, I pick him up, then I go pick up the boy, Rafiki Karambe.
My boy.
And
Again.
I spent the whole fucking night drinking and depressed, and they're like, you're bringing us down, we're gonna drop you home, you're in my car. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
You're Debbie Downering the whole thing.
Yeah. And the next day, I fucking get up, I wear the fucking shit I find on the ground. I go all the way to Edinburgh to this one guy's house, because he told me, he was like, I don't want you to get hurt, blah, blah, blah. So I went over to fucking talk to the guy. And one of the guys that was there was Roger's brother, and Roger and his brother were working with me at the time.
Roger, our old guest.
Yeah.
That one dude that came up.
And then
Or the second
with
white
them
boy.
was also that one specific manager that was getting between us. And these guys talked me into fucking giving my job back. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a bitch boy you must have felt like.
And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna fucking go back, and I'm gonna fucking.
Be a bigger man. Just go.
I'm gonna
get
go back, and I'm gonna see if I can get my old job back, and
Take
see if they'll give
ownership
me an
of the
hour to
situation.
go fucking home.
That was actually
change,
a good idea.
and
Yeah.
come back.
Okay.
So like, yeah, man, go do it.
Good on you. So where does it take
I
the
go
turn, Frank?
I go and I do that. But then I'm in my car, right? I park, right? And I fucking look to my right, and I see the girl walking in, and it just triggered all these fucking emotions.
Fuck,
and I started
fucking
breaking
fuck.
down.
Oh, were you
And I'm like,
crying in the car?
Fuck. So then I
Were you
call.
listening to some like real sad music and shit?
Yes.
What was it? What was it? I know you remember.
It was. What's it called? It's
We're gonna do some therapy later and listen to
Shit.
this.
What is it called?
Cry to
It's
it later.
it's called shit. I told fucking Kim about this. I don't remember what it was called. Save the Day. It was called Save the Day by Cedar. I just remembered.
Save the Day by
By
Cedar.
Cedar, and that
Crying
was-
in your car, watching this chick that just ruined you by saying that she just used you.
Yeah,
And
and
so
then
she's walking in front of you. You're breaking down to what was it? Something by Cedar.
Save the Day.
Save
by
the Day.
Cedar. And
And-
fucking so then I call
So
a
what
friend of
happens
mine
next?
and I'm like, hey man, I'm feeling pretty suicidal.
Damn.
Fucking I'm at work. Come over so I can not do this stupid shit.
How spoiled you are though to have friends you
she's
can call.
like-
I never had friends in those.
Well,
cities,
she worked close by, like a few blocks. So she's like, okay, stay right there. I'm gonna fucking go over.
That's great.
I'm like, great. But then because I kept playing this fucking song on repeat, and it was fucking giving me every fucking reason to fucking do it, even though
Fucking
I promised my
on
friends I wasn't
repeat.
gonna fucking do it.
On repeat.
I'm like-
See, that's the problem. Is that when you're in these mindsets, it's
Yeah.
so hard to just like pick
Let
your
go.
hand up and let somebody carry you out of it, or find like a reason to crawl towards the light, man.
Yeah. So then.
You're the warmth of all the dirt surrounding, like you just want to bury yourself more and more in the pain because it hugs you like a fucking suffocating warm blanket.
Yeah. So then, my logic hits. I'm like, she broke my heart figuratively. She might as well do it literally. So I grab my gun.
Which you carried on you Because you're just an asshole, like Will.
I grabbed my gun and I walked in, and the manager was trying to get between us and the general manager were on their fucking phone. They didn't realize I walked in.
Okay.
And I went straight.
Like it's their fault.
No, because
like
you'll see why. I fucking waltzed into the fucking kitchen, right? And I see her, mind you, there's no one else, it's just me and her. And she's like, no, Frank, no. And she goes behind the fucking rack. And she's like, no, I don't want to talk to you. And then I see her fucking pull her arm down, you know, like if expecting me to fucking grab it, and she's breaking away. And I pull
my... Jesus, that's somebody who's been like grabbed like that before.
Yeah, that's what it told me, that she's been in abusive relationships.
Had you ever done that?
No. I had told
you. Yeah, that's so. I've met girls who like they get mad and they start screaming, but their arm goes up and like they like flinch backwards, like as if they're expecting to get grabbed all of a sudden. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that tells me
what kind of like
relationships.
That instant reflex that they have, like it's terrifying, dude. That the women have gone through. Like that's why like you can't really. I mean, I'm sorry, I digress.
Yeah, so she does that as I pull out my gun to give to her, so that she can shoot me.
But of course, the optics don't look like that. You see an angry dude just walking in behind him when no one's expecting him to, and a girl screaming, "No, Frank, no!" And then all of a sudden, the gun is.
She wasn't screaming, but she was like, "No, Frank, no."
Well, yeah, so you know what I mean.
So then, handing it to her so she can fucking shoot me in the fucking heart, so I can fucking die in front of her. And if she wasn't gonna do it, I was gonna pull the fucking trigger for her. But I saw how she reacted, and I remembered I had told her that I would never hurt her, and I would never give her an ounce of what I can't live with, which is, you know, that's in my conscience. And so then I walked out. I walked out, and the general manager was like, "Frank, I'm calling the cops." And I'm like,
"Duh."
And I'm like, "Don't do that. Just
come on,
talk
dude.
to me." And right as I'm walking out,
Frank, how can you expect them to just let her just talk to you? Like after that, like you don't see how bad that was.
You know the condition I was in?
Doesn't matter, Frank.
I wasn't thinking logically.
I agree, but now in retrospect, can you see how it doesn't whether your mind there was something wrong with you there?
Yeah, I know.
You know, you got to take ownership of that, right? I mean, whether yes, there was a lot of things, but the solution to that would have been not to carry your gun with you in moments of distress. You know what I mean? Which is again easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
But you understand that you needed intervention there.
Yeah.
So,
which is why I reached out to my friends.
No, which is why you took a gun into your job and pulled it out to give to a frightened young girl to shoot you with. And if she wasn't going to do it, you were just going to make her do it by pulling the trigger yourself. Like, there's a lot wrong with that. Yeah. And I'm not saying it to shame you, it's just I want to understand that you do understand that, those are actions that require some sort of consequence.
Yeah, so then...
If that was the honest thing that you got reprimanded for, and that, the consequence was equal to the...
Oh, no.
So what...
It gets worse.
So
This chick
follows up
never saw the gun. She had no idea I had the gun.
Who did? How did she not see it if you're right in front of her?
Because she did this. So she was looking at the ground as her reflex kicked in. And I walked out. I pulled it out and I saw her do the thing and I just fucking walked out. Because I'm like, I can't do this to her. So then, as I'm walking out, the cop pulls up and she's like, "Hey, sit down." So when I do.
And it is a firearms-free establishment, right? Those pizza, they've got those signs.
Yeah, so I was trying to get them to get me for that. But they're like, "No, we're going to get you for fucking aggravated assault with a deadly weapon."
Well, because you pulled it up.
The report was that I barged in there and I demanded she speak to me.
You did.
I barged in there demanding she speak to me.
You did.
Not fucking barging in there yelling, hey, she better fucking talk to me.
You don't have to yell to demand it, Frank.
And then I barge in and I grab her by both arms and I shake her.
That you didn't.
I didn't do that.
Well, are you sure?
I just told you what I did.
Where was his video?
So then...
how is there no video in that
they
area?
They didn't have cameras in the fucking kitchen.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. You don't know what people
And you're supposed to have cameras, I found out. And they didn't even fucking find them. They were supposed to, but they didn't. So then the manager threw me out. And I went back in with waving a fucking gun. And a lot of the fucking customers ran. And it was empty. There were no customers. And
they say you emptied out the place, but there was nobody there to empty out. Okay.
Yeah. So I walked in and I put the gun to her chest and I told her that if she can't be with me, she can't be with anyone else.
I know we just said the story, so y'all should know, but this is what they claimed happened after the fact.
Yeah, this is the official story, which didn't fucking happen.
This is what was claimed on the police report by the people. And
so
then who filed it? Yeah, I guess you would.
The managers that was trying to get between us.
Well, they told you who did it.
They signed it.
Wow.
Fucking
what a prick.
That he fucking wrestled the gun from me, a combat veteran.
But you still had it on you when the cops came, right?
And no, I put it down. And
no, but where did you put it down? In front of him? Did he grab it after that?
Yeah, he grabbed it on the prep table. I put it down, and I walked out. I was like, I can't do this to her.
Oh, that's silly that you left. That's where you fucked up. You should have just put it back in your pocket.
Yeah, I should have. But then the cop was gonna see, oh, you have a gun. Fucking, I was like, yes, please shoot me. So it wasn't that fucking dumb. But what happened? So and then he wrestled the gun from me, and then he threw me out, right? And I was sitting outside waiting for the cops for an hour, crying my eyes out.
Were you? How long did that?
No.
I mean, how long did it take for the cops to get there?
They were right there when I walked out.
Well, then obviously the time wouldn't have matched up from the original 911 call to the time that they showed up. That it was an hour later.
Wasn't the original. That wasn't on the original 911 call. That was on the statement the manager said, because he said he witnessed it.
Right, but my point is that if he said that and that you were crying outside for an hour after the fact, then that wouldn't be corroborated by the time that the police marked that they showed up to the scene. You know what I mean? Because they'd have to call it in.
Mm-hmm.
And so your lawyer should have pointed that out. That
he did.
What the fuck? And then you're not in the state of mind.
He said that there's a gun involved and it's under my name, so whatever they accuse me of, I'm guilty.
Well,
because there's a gun involved. And so then what I found out a few days ago was that this lady, she was pretty calm afterwards. She was so fucking calm that she was asking her mom what was for dinner. And
what lady?
The lady that I supposedly harassed.
Oh, your ex.
Yeah.
Why do you say, all of a sudden you'd start referring to her as like the lady? Like we haven't called her the lady this entire time. Don't act like I should know that.
So then my friend's boyfriend was telling my other friends, or boyfriend at the time, that she seems pretty fucking calm for just having a gun to her face. And
but she never signed this report. It was
she did.
Well, unfortunately, you got her and a supporting witness. And you got nobody corroborating for your story. So, I can't blame the justice system. You got to blame the just lying people. Unfortunately, there are individuals in this story that just did you dirty.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, you did a real dirty thing yourself. You know?
Yeah.
Was it blown out of proportion because of a false statement? That maybe, but I mean, from the sounds of it, definitely. I'm sorry, not maybe. You know, I definitely believe you. Because, you know, I've known you, I may not have known you for a long time, but you've never fucking struck me as a liar. Tardy, but not a liar.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. So you went through all that, but we will get through to what the consequences were and what kind of litigation you've had to go through the next time we talk about this. This one.
If you'd like.
Yes, I would like, and I think the people would like to know too. Tell me if I'm wrong, people. Tell me if I'm right. Let us know what you think about Frank's story here. If you have any opinions, comments, questions, concerns. Concerns for me. I'm going to learn Morse code just in case anything comes up. Y'all need to watch the YouTube videos, okay? Alright, take it easy. This has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. Frank, where can they find us?
They can find us in the Twitterverse under Completely Nap, on Instagram under CI Podcast. They can find us under Facebook and YouTube under Completely Inappropriate Podcast. They can find us on the BitChute if they throw in a few underscores. And they can email us with their questions, comments, concerns at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com.
Don't forget to leave a 5-star review. Don't try the other stars, they do not work. Trust us, we would not lie to you because we love you oh so goddamn much. So Frank, what do we tell the lovely people?
Be excellent to each other.
Be excellent to each other and find you're happy. We love you guys. Take it easy. Frank, he comes from his mama and he likes pie. Say bye.